If this wire is hit, or maybe they actually damaged, they couldn't run start, they couldn't get the power to the motor.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, if the tires get a puncture, they might come in to want to get the puncture fixed.
Yeah.
The thing is, you do like same like push button, you release here.
Yeah.
Then take it out. The spring here, they protected the wires.
Yeah.
But you see, once you take off the back here, the only thing is they got extra wires that goes in here. Yeah, but the axles, part of the motors, they are the same. So you don't have to take the back wheel off to get the puncture fixed, right?
We do, yeah. We got to put in a new tube.
Okay, new tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you have this off, it's the same like the push valve. It just just cut the the attachment here, get the clips off, and just make sure this part is not damaged anymore. Once you get in the.
And how that piece just pops off?
Yeah, just pops off. Very simple. Yeah, it's very simple. It's only one wire. It's actually simple.
And then you loosen it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What else? That's all.
That's it. That's the gist of that.
And oh, sorry. Apart from the paddle assist system here, here's a little small sensor. You see the black one here? That's the black little small disc.
Yeah.
That's the sensor.
Right.
Apart from the sensor, there's another sensor over here.
On there,
You see? So actually, you move the black disc to sense the movement.
Yes.
So what people say the paddle assist sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because somehow they got damage over this small little disc here.
Right. Okay.
Because the clearance between the sensor and the disc comes vary, because see, let's say this one is bended.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
It's come far and closer, so it's not really properly working. So then you just adjust a little bit. So they make sure once they move, they all at the same distance. So
Yeah.
the paddle assist will work perfectly.
Okay.
But just get a little closer. That's all. So, but most of the part they are protected, so it wouldn't be really getting too much problems.
Yeah.
Just
And then in here, so in there is the control board that we should never have to touch.
Because we don't even fix the needle, because once we have problems, we give you a new one, you replace it.
Okay.
So you just release all the connectors,
Right.
just
Comes
put
out
back
and
on,
new board in.
yeah.
Right.
It's quite simple. There's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Because you see, because we couldn't even see what's the problem inside. So
Yeah.
replace is that's the option.
Right. I understand.
Here's the graphics. That's for all the parts. So you can find it on the web, but I give you a copy of this. So that's all the models we run right now. So you can actually see all the prices.
Yeah.
So you get a wholesale price of that. So that's the price you charge from the customer. So
Yeah.
you see, but the parts is actually pretty much everything it says even on the back side. You see when you get the star mark, the red star mark is that it doesn't show on the graphic, but it's a part of the control system, like a charger, controllers, some of the it's innovative doesn't show, but battery lock or something. Battery lock actually we separate this battery lock. The thing is the battery they got a seals, like a battery seals. It's inside, but the thing is if somehow they got a damage on the cover, or
I get that.
they actually we send you a battery case, but not the battery itself, because you gotta disassemble this battery, this part, the button part, so you get them replaced. So you will charge not the whole battery price, but will be
Just
a
the
battery case
themselves.
price. Yeah.
Right. So the other case.
It's actually it's actually separate prices.
Right. Okay.
It's a battery casing, so casing is only 18, but the battery itself will be 300 quid or something.
Yes. Yeah.
So, just make sure, once the battery coming in, see the on and off if it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it lock the problem. So that the whole thing has to be replaced.
Yes.
If the chips is gone or something.
Something like that. Right. Okay.
That's really nice. And all the menus actually you can download on the website.
Okay. So
The menus, everything's along, like if you can ask questions, if it's improve or anything. If you couldn't tell, you can just check the web right away. It's very simple.
Right.
Do you have any questions?
I don't, no. That's it.
So, just about when they come in new,
Yeah.
as regards to the power and the battery, like, are they good to go, or do we need to charge them up before we sell them?
You better just tell them at the first 3 to 5 times, just drain down the battery totally and then do a full charge, like 12 hours. The first 3 times, because see, once you have the battery quite left here, you don't actually recharge them all very often. So you have to make sure that every time they get a few hours. You see, the battery they have certain capacity. So if it's not full, first time they use, they disappoint. You can see you only go halfway. You better just tell them to go, full charge.
Yeah, obviously not all the way down, because they'll get stuck somewhere.
Yeah. 80%.
Down to whatever is maybe one.
We have a graphic on the web actually. The thing is that the best stage to recharge battery is trimmed down to 80%. So it's 20% left, and that's the best. Because that's the last light.
So down to one light.
If the two lights gone, you can recharge at that stage. Or the last stage is one light.
And will that start flashing when
No, it doesn't.
when you're near that?
It doesn't.
Okay. So then the thing was, the motor's in the rear wheel, yeah?
Yeah.
So you might show Pat just how to take that.
I did show.
Oh, yeah, you
show
just
it's,
pull the cap
it's
on.
quite simple because here's the only thing in here.
Yeah,
Let's put this out, so you guess this release here.
yeah,
There's only one wire connected, then you cut this off, 3 parts off,
yeah.
to make sure they wouldn't actually damage the wire here. But this wire is very, very strong, very strong. But you see already also the spring here to protect the wire from this metal things that might cut the wire, but there's a spring to protect it. Once you release the motor, you see you gotta
Just kind of click it out,
Yeah, it just pops out.
Straightforward, yeah. But you don't disconnect that as such, you know?
No.
You
Stays on
just,
there, yeah.
you take the wheel out, but leave it.
Only if say there might be a case is the whole back wheel needs to be replaced. That means the motor has a problem. But the thing is, you open this box, okay? You see this wire goes in. There's a clip connector. So you just disconnect it, and you give the whole thing to Perry or someone. They might collect it, then we replace the whole wheel, included this wires and the clip. So what you will do is to open this again, just to clip in and put the wire out and get the wheels set.
So you don't disconnect it there, you
No.
just disconnect it.
This one it cannot be disconnected because that's the wire to give the power to the motor.
Okay. So like the warranty on the motor is how long?
A year.
A year, yeah.
A year for the battery, motors, 3 years for the bike frame.
Okay.
The bike frame it's only the frame itself. It doesn't include any parts.
Yeah.
Just let the customer know because it's see like they sell push bikes. You never give warranty to the tires.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
because it will happen. To get a puncture or something. So leave the parts with here and then you can get them attached somewhere. So that you can find them on the web.
Yeah. I mean, have you noticed, I mean, just to have an idea also,
Very much.
we can, little things that maybe.
The thing is, sometimes it might come like a heavy rain, or
Yeah.
very heavy rain. Let's say there's flood on the road.
Yes.
People drive in, then they probably stop in the flood sometime. I don't know. The thing is, because the flood go over here.
Yeah.
This box is totally into the water.
Yeah.
You might have to pop. Because just tell them to avoid those floods or something. Any
Really heavy
yeah.
rain, yeah.
It's waterproof. It's definitely waterproof. The only thing is if the whole bike gets into the water,
Yeah.
like halfway or something, motor, especially this wire, goes into the water might come into the motor.
Sure.
So the only thing is they will tell you, the thing will happen afterwards will be, they will tell you like my bike is going and stopping, the powers kick in, then they disappear, I have to turn on the key on. That's the problem with the controller. So once you have certain things, you just probably just make sure. We will take by standard the part of the check. The controller problems, you have to replace the controller.
And the other thing just thought about is the light system. Is that
It's
on
on
all the time, or?
There's a function on it. It's on and off. So
It's on this panel.
yeah, it's on and off. So it's on, it goes front and back. It's off and back.
And it's constant, not flashing.
No. Let's say some people, they really care about the nighttime using, so they will actually buy some extra lights.
Do you think you might be able to get down to me today or tomorrow?
And that
LED, they always do. But the front lights is very good for it. It's nice. You know that brand?
Yeah, well, look at what we hear, like all the big brands will bring extra to the bike. But yeah, we can have
The other one is the I just show you just real quick.
I will, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll sure will.
This one is just only give you one.
Yeah, exactly. You want to find out the ATS things if you do the windows. So you want to find out when you get to windows. That's the deadline. So you check if
Here's the speed. The first thing is the speed. That's the pedal assist. That's the motor speed. So you can actually on if that's plus go faster. So that's go lower. Once it's totally off, it'll be push bike. No power gets into the lower. So it's a push bike model.
I would,
That's,
no, we never have
that's
to
the
deal with
total
that.
mileage. So say if you go a test run, it will take the number here. So you can actually go.
Exactly, that's correct.
So once you hold here.
Okay, Jackie, talk to me a bit.
The light's also on this one here. It's on the panel here. That's the lights. You can see all the numbers. That's the power. That's the battery power. That's battery level.
Yeah.
So the battery down is that's a little small. This panel has a very sensitive function. If any problems occurred, it will show us a little small light over here. Turn it on and off. You see? That's all the problems. If you have any problems, it will show over here. You just tell the customer if any problem, if any little small icons show over here, just stop using the bike and come back. So you will know what the electronic system has any problem, then you get that fixed. Here's the trip. The trip is each time you start to use this bike, you will actually record the distance. Then once you stop, you can actually clear the trip distance. Once you have this hold, you can actually reset this thing.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
The trip one resets with the odometer one.
Yeah. It's great.
So what are you doing there now? What's
Yeah,